Hi guys, JH6, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys watching. So this is going to be another episode here for the new shooters. You know, some of you guys new to the firearm community, new to concealed carry, new to carrying a gun, new to guns. And some of you salty dogs out there that have been doing this for a long time, you definitely welcome to put comments down below. But here's the deal. In one of my last videos, one guy put a comment saying, hey, you know what? Safeties are going to get you killed. So we're going to talk about safeties because a lot of people, this is kind of one of those debatable topics, and you're going to face that situation. You know, some people are all into the safety, and some people are not. Some people would tell you, if you have a safety in your gun, most likely it's going to get you killed. And then you have the other extreme where we tell you, hey, you need to have a safety because that's the only way to protect your children. I mean, if you don't have a safety in your firearm, it's going to be completely, you know, somebody could get killed. So again, what do I think about that? And this is interesting because every gun that I have, with the exception of the M&P shield, doesn't have a safety. I mean, that's it. I really don't like to have a safety. I like to draw my firearm and engage the target if that's what's going on, and that's how I'm going to do it. Again, the reason why I got the M&P shield with a safety is because that was the only choice when I got it. It was no model that didn't have a safety like it is right now. But the reality is that although I prefer not to have a safety, that doesn't mean that having a gun with a safety is going to get you killed. I think that's a very, very extreme argument. I mean, I got to tell you, I don't think a safety is as big of a deal as some people make it seem. I mean, again, a lot of people don't like safeties, and I get that. I'm one of those guys. I just don't like to have a safety. Again, I like to engage, you know, take that gun out and engage a target if I have to do that. But the reality is that, to me, if you have a safety, it's just going to require a little bit more of training and practice. It's going to require you to realize and create that muscle memory that once you grab this pistol and you draw your pistol, you have to disengage that safety to engage that target. I mean, again, some people will argue that you know, I don't know, 0.0 of a second, 0.1 of a second, it's going to delay you and you're going to die. I mean, there's some people out there that will argue that. But to me, I got to tell you, I just don't think it's that much of a big deal. I do think that it requires training for you guys out there. If you get a gun that has a safety, I do think that it's going to require training and practice. Again, you have to be able to grab that gun, you know, unholster that gun, take out that safety and engage a target, and that's going to require training and practice, and you're going to get to a point where you're going to have muscle memory. I mean, it's just going to happen. You won't even think about it. And you know what? I got to tell you, I work as a military police officer. I went to combat operation. I hang around with guys, you know, that saw combat all the time. Some of the guys that use M9, Berettas. And the reality is that the safety was never a conversation that took place to me. We didn't talk much about that because, again, we had that training, we have that practice, and we have that muscle memory of grabbing that gun, taking out your safety, and engage the target. So if you're looking to buy a pistol and you want to have a safety, the first thing that I would tell you is that if you want to protect your family, if you really want to protect your family, that safety in that firearm is not going to do it. There's going to be more things that you need to do to really protect your children. Typically, that's why a lot of people get a gun with a safety. Again, weapons education, teaching your children how to use a gun, teaching your children that this is a tool utilized possibly, you know, most likely to defend our life, to defend them from a bad guy. I mean, there is a lot of other things that you can do before you actually get to that safety. So just don't depend on the safety of the gun. You know, I'm going to get this gun with a safety and I'm good. No. If you truly want to keep your children safe, you need to educate them on firearm, on safety procedures, on what to do if they find a gun. Things like that is critical. You need to teach them. Obviously, if you're going to have a gun with a safety, I got to tell you guys, this is my opinion. I like to hear yours, but my opinion is simple. You're just going to have to do more training and more practice. But overall, I don't think it's that big deal like you're going to die because you have a gun with a safety. Let me know what you think. If you want to support the channel, you could become a patron. Appreciate that. If not, you know, always we appreciate, there we go. We always appreciate you guys liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. That's pretty cool. I really appreciate that. And as always, God is in control.